Ruben here. Wanted to just share with you today some guitar tech tips, I guess you want to call it. I have this Stratocaster here that I worked on for a friend. He had some problems with it and dropped it off with me to basically bring it up to playing mode. So there's a few things that it needed, and I just kind of want to share with you what I do, basic stuff to get a guitar going and playing the way I like it to play. So a lot of things were needed on this guitar. The action was super high, intonation was off, blah blah blah. So this is kind of everything that I did with the guitar. Intonation, as I stated, this was way off, and what I mean by intonation is the notes on the harmonic 12th fret and the fretted 12th fret should be in tune. So basically, you hit your 12th fret here, and then you hit your harmonic, and that's the same note. If they're not the same note, what you have to do is you have to adjust this bridge saddle, move it forward or backward depending. If it's flat, if the harmonic note is flat against the fretted note, then you pull the saddle back. If it's sharp, you pull the saddle front. So you adjust, and then you just kind of go back and forth. So the intonation was off on a few of the strings here. So I got the intonation working, so it plays in tune a lot better. Chords that you play down here are in tune, and the other parts of the fingerboard as well. So that was one thing that we did. The action was extremely high. The action was totally unplayable. And he said before he gave me the guitar, the action was even higher. So what I had to do there to get the action down, I just kind of knew right away looking at the neck angle that, all right, there's no shim in this neck. So I took the neck off, and sure enough, it's cold in here. My nose is running. Sorry. Sure enough, there wasn't a shim in the neck pocket. So I grabbed a piece of paper, put it right here at the edge of the heel, put the neck back on. Action's great. I got it a lot lower. Plays awesome, you know, all across the fingerboard. So there, it's awesome. And also, excuse me. Also, he wanted the bridge flat against the body. Well, he said he had it flat against the body, and what I noticed, it actually looked like it had a slight float. What he had done is there's 6 screws to this standard Fender bridge, and he had the outer 2 screws all the way down and the 4 center screws up a little. And that'll work, you know, when you want to do a floating type of situation where you want some stability in your bridge. But if you want it to go from here to flat against the body, you actually need to pull these 2 out a bit as well, because pulling those 2 end screws out on either side of the bridge will give that relief, and then the bridge will sit nice and flat against the body, as you see there. So that's all good. Tightened up the springs a little bit just to give it some more stability. Did that. Conditioned the fingerboard. This fingerboard was super dry. It has a nice darker tone now because I conditioned it. It looked like a light brown earlier, and I also polished the frets so you can get better action, better string bends, and just better tone all around. So that's another thing that I did to the guitar and what I normally do with mine. One thing that he wanted to do as well, he wanted the tone pot here. He wanted it wired to the bridge pickup, and said it wasn't wired. But upon opening the pick guard, it actually was. He did have the tone pot wired to the bridge pickup, so that was done. But what happened is, I don't know who wired this guitar up, but they wired it in such a way where this tone pot here, the middle one, wasn't working for anything. I thought maybe it was gonna run the neck pickup in the middle, but it didn't do a thing. So the guy actually, whoever wired it up, this person, had a jumper on either. There's a jumper that goes from each side of the blade switch. He had it on one of the wrong lugs, so I just basically took it off the wrong lug, put it on the right lug, and now we have a tone for the bridge and a tone for the neck pickup. So you'll hear it here actually. So you see it's bright and spanky. That's the bridge pickup. I'm gonna roll it off a little bit and play that same riff. So here, tone full up, tone all the way off. Big difference. Tone in the middle on 5, between 1 and 10. So take it back down a little bit. All the way off. Sounds like it's under a blanket. So now on the neck pickup, tone all the way up, take tone all the way down. Just put the tone in the middle. And then the middle pickup, I don't like having a tone in the middle because it just sounds really good straight to the output jack on the middle position. So we just have tone on the bridge and tone on the neck. One cool thing about it's a 3-way switch, by the way, as well. So it's just 1, 2, 3. One cool thing, a trick, and actually what led to the development of the 5-way switch from the 3-way to the 5-way, is a lot of guys would just get the switch here and they would kind of find a spot in between this position and the middle, and it would give you that quacky, out of phase sound. So let's see if we can do that. So here's the bridge. Here's the middle. Now let's try to find that sound that I'm telling about. So you kind of got to hear the sweet spot and move the switch, and hopefully it stays there. So. There it is here. There it is. So you hear that. So you hear that quack, and the same thing on the other end. You can do that for the between the neck and the middle as well. That sweet spot. So we got the electronics squared away, and then I balanced out the pickups. What I like on the Stratocaster is kind of, I don't know if you can tell here, I like to have the bass side a little bit lower, and the treble side a little bit higher. Reason for that is, you know, for chords, and also just for me, I kind of like to attack the lower side a lot more. I like to hit it hard. And I just find that having the pickup too close just affects the tone. So that's how I like to have it. He might adjust them back to the way he likes it when he gets the guitar, but hopefully he hears this and he'll like that sound. So anyway, I balance the cross between the bridge and the neck and the middle. So there's the bridge, the middle, there's the neck. So they're all balanced out. And then the final thing I did was I just put some graphite in the nut here. Although it's flat against the body, he doesn't use a trim at all. Just having some graphite in there helps keep it in tune and stuff. So that's pretty much all I did on this guitar. Oh yeah, I forgot what kind of guitar it is. It's actually a parts guitar. I forgot what kind of body it is. It's a Fender body. It might be like some made in Mexico 60s reissue. I think the pick guard and the electronics were just something he purchased. But what I like about it is this neck. This neck is off of a Kenny Wayne Shepherd signature model. And you can see the Kenny Wayne Shepherd signature back there. But this neck is nice and fat. And I like a meaty neck because I got bigger hands and I need, you know, something to fill in that space. And when I have like a thinner neck, you know, you have like that gap here, and it's really, it feels weird for me. So having something, you know, nice and fat and meaty to hold on to, I really like it. And also tone wise, a lot of guys probably don't know this, but, or may not, but a lot of your tone comes from your neck. If you look at it, if you look at a guitar, a lot of what's happening guitar wise is happening on the guitar neck. So your strings are vibrating across this, you know, this piece of wood. So the type of wood, the type of fingerboard, the amount of wood on the neck, all that affects your tone greatly, you know, even more so, I believe, more so than the guitar body, whatever the body's made of. You know, your pickups handle that, but your neck is such an important part of your tone. So yeah, great guitar. I dug it. I enjoyed working on it for my friend, and I'm gonna give it back to him soon. And it just sounds great. Whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, and I hope you guys learned a little bit about basic guitar setups. This is Ruben, and I'll talk to you.